GVL, short for Society for the Administration of Neighbouring Rights. What does it stand for? Singers and musicians, orchestra members and conductors, actors, narrators and dancers provide an invaluable contribution during the making of music or film recordings. This is also true for producers of sound recordings and music video clips, and for event organisers, as these players create the economic basis for the artistic performance. In addition to radio stations, TV stations, web radios, restaurants, pubs or discotheques that benefit from such recordings. And so does the consumer that hears or sees them by means of his smartphone, tablet, USB stick or other technical copying devices. For what would radio, TV, discos or smartphones be without music and films? This is why artists and labels want to get a fair payment for the use of their creative performances. German-based GVL has been there to ensure they do since 1959. Today, GVL is one of the biggest collective management organisations in the world. While GEMA in Germany looks after the interests of authors, composers and publishers, GVL represents the rights of performing artists and producers who bring a work to life. Nearly 150,000 artists, producers and event organisers have placed their trust in GVL. Adequate pay for their work via GVL is not just fair, but for the majority of them, essential for their very existence. Without GVL as a mediator, each individual artist and each individual label would have to permanently negotiate directly with a number of different users. GVL provides a central point of contact for both sides. GVL concludes tariff agreements in the name of its members and passes the license fees it collects from the rights users to the artists and producers. During this process, GVL deducts a small administration fee, but does not make any profit with its activities. It then pays out the collected money. A specific example, a radio station broadcasts the song Superhit and reports the transmission to GVL. GVL knows, due to the information its members have submitted via GVL's online portals, which singer, which musicians and which label contributed to the superhit. At least once a year, all involved parties receive a payment for their contribution to Superhit. The more the song has been played, the more money will be paid for it. How much money the artists get paid also depends on how intensive their contribution to Superhit was. The lead singer or a solo musician receives more than contributors who supported the band as background musicians. How much more? That is decided by the 24 members of the GVL board, representing all members in so-called distribution regulations. Irrespective of whether you are a musician, a dancer or an actor, practically every performing artist and producer of sound recordings in the world can become a GVL member. A prerequisite of GVL doing its work on its members' behalf is to sign a membership agreement which is free of charge. GVL can, if desired, expand its rights administration services beyond Germany. If Superhit also turns out to be a global success, GVL collects money for its members abroad too. At the same time, GVL and its sister societies ensure that artists of other collective management organisations are played in Germany and get paid for that. GVL does not just protect cultural diversity, it also promotes it. Up to 5% of the distributable amount flows into grants, such as promotion projects or social support for members each year. GVL, the world is a stage. We support the act.